and testing are inseparable. They go side by side. In order to find out whether teaching is effective or not, the individual class teacher needs a feedback mechanism technique to monitor the effectiveness of his teaching. कभी कभी हम बस यूं ही पढ़ाते हुए चले जाएं और हमारे स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं उनको वो ठीक से कॉम्प्रीहेंड नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो फिर टीचिंग का कोई फायदा नहीं है. तो इसमें क्या होता है, बीच बीच में हम उनसे क्वेश्चंस मालूम करते हैं जिससे कि हमें फीडबैक मिलता रहे कि या दे आर फॉलोइंग द टॉपिक. Well, while on the one hand, the school as a whole requires to know how classes are progressing, on the other hand, the education system of a country needs a way of measuring the progress of the country in general. Thus, teaching and testing are very closely interlinked. There are three components of teaching and testing, and they are the teacher, the one who teaches you in your college or in your university, and then you have college, university, and then the last one is country. My dear students, I don't know whether you are aware of it or not. The word testing is derived from the Latin word testum, which means testing certain metals to confirm to know if there is any element of gold in it. Whereas examination is derived from the Latin word examen, which means scale or balance. An examination aims at realizing a required standard of attainment, while a test aims to inquire in order to see whether the material taught has been learned and understood or not. So this is the basic difference between a test and examination. Now, as you know, testing can be formal as well as informal. Informal tests are conducted in the classroom while the teacher is teaching a lesson or a chapter. Every teacher develops a set of techniques for testing and probing and observing his students, which enables him to know when to slow down his teaching, when to speed it up, when to repeat an item, when to single out an individual for special attention, and so on. These are all informal techniques, while formal tests are an attempt to develop an approach, a method for measuring attainment or progress or ability in language skill. You know, my dear student, this topic is very important for you, not only for the examination point of view, but you also going to take up teaching as your career. So this is going to help you a lot. You would know how to conduct tests, you know how to hold classes. So this has got a practical purpose also for you. So each of these qualities can be assessed in terms of the four basic language skills. Now you remember what are the four basic language skills? Listening, speaking, reading, writing. And what do we call them? LSRWAs. Okay, listening, speaking, reading, writing, and understanding on the assumption that separate attention has been paid to each level of the language. For example, a test of attainment in understanding the spoken language can be used to test the learner's command of the language at the phonological level to discover how far he recognizes the sound contrast of the language. We can also test his command of grammar and lexis. Lexis, you understand? Lexis means words. Okay? So you must have seen, मैंने आपके जो टेस्ट थे, I conducted tests on vowel sounds, I conducted tests on consonant sounds and diphthongs. So like these tests, they were conducted to check your pronunciation. Now my aim was not to check your grammar. We have a separate test on grammar. So they are specific. These tests are held specifically if they want to judge your pronunciation. Then we hold tests on vowel sounds, for example. And if we want to judge your grammar, then we hold tests on parts of speech, for that matter, like are you using prepositions correctly or not, or say for example articles are always very tricky even for those who are very good at English, so they also commit mistakes, so we keep on revising them. Anyway, there are two categories of examination currently available in the world. Yes, do you know what are they?
Subjective type test and objective type.
Subjective type test and objective type test. Yes, very nice. Subjective type test क्या होते हैं? Subjective type test, you know, in such kind of test you have descriptive questions, you have to write essay type answers. And what are objective types? They are MCQs, for example, multiple choice questions. So these tests are conducted even online these days. Subjective type tests are generally the tests which are followed all over the country, especially for conducting regular school, college and university examinations. These type of tests can only test the writing skills. Okay, what do they check? The writing skills. They usually measure the learner's knowledge about the language rather than the language itself. So there is a limitation of these subjective type tests. Dear students, in today's fast-paced world, objective type tests have become very popular because they are not only easy to conduct but also for their reliable scores. Scores means like marks. Why are the marks reliable? Why? Because if there are 10 questions and if you have done all the questions right, then you score 10 out of 10. And if you've done only 8 right out of 10, then you get 8 out of 10. So scores are reliable as far as objective tests are concerned. The relevance of objective type tests in India during the last 50-60 years have been modified, expanded, improved, examined and discussed on a wide scale. Many new and high intensified programs for teaching English have been introduced to facilitate learning as a second or say a foreign language. Do you know English is our second language? First language is our Hindi, okay, which is our mother tongue, and second language is English. Modern English language has undergone a change both in theory and practice. Research in applied linguistics, methodology and audiovisual aids have resulted in production of a large body of teaching material which is now available throughout the world. In contrast to the profusion of literature found in the field of language teaching, one is struck and dismayed by the relative poverty of information available in language testing and evaluation. Do you not feel the same? Like, you know, we have got a number of books on language, English language skills, okay, like say how to improve your spoken skills, how to improve your writing skills, but there are very few books written on how to conduct good tests, okay, or say how to conduct examination. So they do not judge your testing skills. And in fact, you know, testing skills, when we talk about testing skills, naturally they are associated with the teachers who teach, because they give tests and they test your writing skills, their spoken skills, but we hardly have any nice material on testing and examination techniques for that matter. We are just following the traditional, the obsolete techniques. Well, many teachers adopted the new methods of teaching English. However, they are at a complete loss when it comes to measuring the competence and performance of their students. The innovative techniques of teaching turn out to be totally theoretical, having no practicality in the given bleak scenario. The result is that often they have to fall back on the traditional methods of language testing. And you know what are the traditional methods of language testing? We have grammar translation method, we have say bilingual method. This we have been following for ages and we continue to follow them because they are the most comfortable, the most convenient ones to follow in our country, the kind of scenario, the kind of situation we have. We do not have say very advanced gadgets, we do not have very advanced labs also, and suppose if we have some good gadgets or say good, say like audiovisual aids. Teachers do not know how to use them properly. So there is a problem is we do not have skilled, say teachers for that purpose.